guys, welcome back to my channel. Yeah, it's a wonderful Saturday morning here in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. While waiting for my wife for her round of grocery shopping, I would like to take you guys down the memory lane and discuss about the history of Haver Boecker. Yeah. So why do I choose this topic today is because this year, in the year of 2020, they are celebrating the 60 years anniversary of the legendary ROTO-PACKER. Yeah, so 60 incredible years. So Haver Boecker was founded by two cousins named Karl Haver and Edward Boecker. These two gentlemen set up the company in Hohenlimburg in 1887. Yeah, 1887. So it's already like 133 years of incredible history. When they started, Edward Boecker actually left the company, I think 10 or 15 years later, but the name Boecker was retained until today. Yeah, and that's where the name Haver Boecker came from. Yeah, and when Haver Boecker started the business, they were producing wire mesh. Yeah, wire mesh in Hohenlimburg. And how they got into the cement business is basically they supply the steel wires into the cement plants here. So in those days, cement were bagged into jute bags, means it's an open mouth bag where you fill cement in, and you need to have a steel wire to actually secure and close the bag. And that's how they started supplying these steel wires to the cement plants and get themselves into the cement business. And in 1913, they moved to Oelde in North Rhine-Westphalia in Germany. That's where they established the machinery division. Yeah, so they started producing then simple packing machine, inline packers, and supplying to the cement plants around Oelde. So in this area where Haver Boecker was located, it was the center of cement production in Germany. So in those days, I was told there were like hundreds of cement plants, big and small, operating in this area. And that's where companies, well-renowned cement suppliers, like Haver Boecker, Vanti Oelde, Perliges, Intersam, Christian Pfeiffer, Perliges, KHD. These are the companies which were very close to each other, and they were very well known in the cement plant. Yeah, and they are all in this around the same area. Yeah, and these companies were thriving at that time. Yeah, with all the cement plants in this area. And of course, in 1942 onwards, that's where the Second World War ended, and Germany went through a phase of national rebuilding. And the demand for cement had increased significantly, and the producers were telling Haver Boecker, saying that, okay, we need to have a high capacity machine now. Yeah. So up until that point, Haver was only doing inline packers, really slow speed, and they need to come up with something new. Yeah. So Mr. Rudolf Haver, together with his engineers, and I think at that time the lead technical manager was Mr. Schwanker, and they came up with a concept of a rotating machine. Basically, they took the inline packers and put it into a rotating machine that rotates. Yeah, and that is where the name ROTO-PACKER was born in the 1960s. Since then the ROTO-PACKER has become a benchmark, has become a blueprint for packing plants all around the world in the cement industry. No matter whether the packer comes from Haver or their competitors, the concept of the rotating machine came from Haver and Boecker. yeah, it's something, it's a very smart concept where they put 8 spouts or 10 spouts or 12 spouts into a rotating machine. And then by having a rotating machine, you can have only 1 or 2 guys standing at one position and applying the empty bags of the cement. Yeah, the empty bags. Just imagine if you have a inline packer with 8 spouts, that would be too long. Yeah, you may need to have 4 or 5 guys, yeah, standing to apply the empty bags. And with the rotating machine, it solves this problem. Yeah. So since 1960s, the first generation of packer was launched. It was called the RV packer with a mechanical weigher. And then in the 1980s, the subsequent packers were born. The RS packer was born, and of course the demand for cleaner packaging and of course more accurate packaging were required in the market, and that's where they transitioned from mechanical weigher to electronic weighers. Yeah, that was an era where the RS packer was born with the MEC weighing electronic, and then you have the RSE packer with a MEC2, MEC220. And then in the 2000s, you have the RCC packer with the MEC3. And then after that, you have the latest one will be the RVT packer with the MEC4 weighing electronic. Yeah, so that's all from me now. I hope I could give you a little bit of enlightenment about the history of the ROTOPACKER, how it was born, how it had a transition, how it had revolutionized, and how it had become the advanced ROTOPACKER it is today. So in the next episode, I will be talking about the latest Haver ROTOPACKER RVT model, and of course its advantages and the features of it. Yeah. So stay tuned. Of course, if you like my channel, please subscribe. I'll be doing more of these videos talking about the history of companies, and of course the latest technology in the market for the cement, for the dry mortar, and of course for the petrochemical and the chemical industry. So I hope you like it, and if you like my content, please do subscribe. Yeah. So see you later. Bye.